Hello and welcome to another update video about Harmony One. Harmony One, one of my favorite cryptos that I cover on this channel. As I said in my last video, 10 days ago I think it was, so it's been a while. I do expect big things for Harmony One in 2022. Unfortunately, I missed the pump this morning, couldn't make a video in time, but I analyzed Phantom this morning, UK time, and told you that I would expect Phantom to move up today, or at least in the very near future, to the expected target level. I think it was at 260 for Phantom, and it has started to move significantly since then. And the thing is that I mentioned Phantom because Harmony One has pretty much the same chart pattern. It's got a very similar wave count, and they did move together before, and they also started correcting together, and now they start to move up together. So it's just worth keeping that in mind when you watch my Harmony or Phantom updates, that these two have to be taken together in some way. So they work very similarly. Now, is this already a new pump to new all-time highs or not? In my view, it's not. I think it's still corrective, at least at the moment. We would need to break through certain levels to get a confirmed uptrend, because what you can see here for Harmony One is that we're currently at a key tipping point here. We are at the key level here. We find resistance at this descending trend line, but also we find currently resistance here at the current level of around 26.5 cents. That's the same level where we had significant resistance here. That was back in end of November, and also here, which was in October. Yeah, so we've got this level is a level of serious resistance. We need to take that into consideration and need to watch that level closely. That is around 27 cents. You know, that is where we need to get beyond to continue to move to, in my view, the next fib level here, which is at 31 cents. Remember, previously that was an important resistance level as well. So 31 cents, that's also 0.214 fib level. That is where we need to move beyond. Overall, we started also here a short-term uptrend. So, you know, what is going to win? Is it going to be that descending trend line or this ascending trend line? So we are moving basically into an apex here. Yeah. But from an Elliott wave point of view, you know, I think we have completed here certainly an impulse to the upside, as so many cryptos have done it in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, the question is, was this really the 4, or this was 4 and 5 up here, with the 3 being the, I think this is not valid. No, because 3 is quite short. So what this would have done probably is this is wave 5. Wave 4 was here, that brief retracement. This might have been wave 4 then, something like that. In my view, certainly a possibility here. And then we had the ABC, and I think we are still in this ABC correction. So it could have been, you know, this could have been a wave ABC. I don't think it was. I think this was an impulse to the downside, and I think so this was basically only wave A, which is impulsive. Then we are moving up in a wave B, and we have to expect still the wave C, which will end lower than wave A. Okay, so this is what I expect for many other cryptos as well, and it's looking like it at the moment. You know, we would need to break above certain levels to invalidate that, and I'm going to mention that in a minute. But at the moment, and it's the same thing for Bitcoin, for many other cryptos, that I do expect that we have this ABC correction currently. Some cryptos are doing this B at the moment, some don't. Ethereum hasn't done it yet. Polkadot hasn't really done it yet. Phantom has done it, and this is again the Phantom chart. You can see this here moving up here in this wave B to the downside, then in a final wave C. And again, this B wave consists of an ABC itself. So this is what Harmony One is currently doing, you know, in this downtrend. Also, if we take a look here at expected target levels for that wave, C, we can certainly assume that the price, and again, it sounds crazy now, I know that, but this is what many other cryptos have done already, like Cardano has come into this target range, XRP has done in the target range, has come into the target range, Ethereum has come into the target range, but not that deep yet, but many others have done it yet, and for many others I do expect it still, and it would be in that target range between the 0.887 and the 0.786 fib level. So that is lying between 8.8 cents and 12.1 cents. I know it sounds, again, crazy. People will say it's not possible, but that's what they said for XRP as well. And we've already come into that. But because Harmony is quite strong, you know, that the price doesn't necessarily need to go into that area, but I would certainly expect that we are going to find a price again that is below wave A. So it would need to be below 13.6 cents. So this is my target area for wave C here, for Harmony 1, sitting between 9 cents or 8.9 and 13.5 cents. Okay, in that wave B, what can we expect? Now, first of all, before FOMOing in now, I would be very careful, because I would make sure that at least we would break this resistance level, because this is a key resistance level where we now are here currently at 27 cents. Yeah, we need to break above that, or at least 27.2. So put on your chart, see what number you get, but this is clearly a descending trend line. I wouldn't go in before we actually broke this trend line personally, you know, in case anybody wanted to do a short-term long trade. This would be quite risky to go in before this is actually broken, yeah, because we're not going to a support level now. We're actually moving away from the support levels currently towards a resistance level, and you don't want to go in just before you hit resistance. So that is certainly important to highlight. But what would be the ideal target level for that wave B actually? And to do that, to figure that out, I'm going to delete these fibs quickly, take a look at what is the ideal retracement. It's always the 0.618 fib level. And to get the retracement, we start up here with the fibs, draw them to the low of the wave A, and there you go. The ideal target level and the Elliott wave target would be sitting between the 0.5 fib level and the 0.786 fib level. You can see that we already came into that actually, so it's a valid wave B. We have already actually come very closely to the ideal target level here in this move, the 0.618 at 29 cents. Ideally, you would want to really come directly to it, 29 cents. Well, okay, we came to 28.9, so it's pretty much, we were there, weren't we, here with this move. 28.3, okay, and 29 would be the ideal target level. So yeah, in this move up, I think we could certainly get there, and possibly we could even go to the next level, which is at 33 cents, yeah. It is that further former resistance that we had here, but it's also 0.786 fib level, the retracement level of that wave A. So anything in here would be perfectly possible before we then return and retrace, or well, turn around again and move down lower. That would, I think, be triggered by a move by Bitcoin, yeah, which I also expect to move lower, but Bitcoin could also move into this target range between 55 to 63K first, which is basically the equivalent here of the wave B on the Bitcoin chart. When Bitcoin is doing that, I think Harmony 1 could move up even higher. And to be honest, that wave B could actually move all the way up to the previous high, okay? But it is just unlikely. To invalidate that, you would need to move, I think, above 40 cents. 40 cents, you know, because a wave B can even overshoot. So this is what can happen. This is what the Bitcoin wave B did before, earlier in the year. This obviously here is a little bit of a different wave count to Bitcoin, but Bitcoin's wave B ended somewhere here, and then it started that massive correction. So this is what actually could happen here for Harmony 1. When Bitcoin starts to pump, then Harmony 1 could also move to 40 cents before it starts to correct. But in any wave C, I would expect the price to land into this target area. If it doesn't, then the wave count was invalid. But I think this is the most likely scenario. Also, if I consider other TAs that I do for Bitcoin, for example. So yeah, I'm not sure if this target level, the range here will actually be the top of the range. You know, I think Harmony 1, because it's so strong at the moment, could actually march through here. But this is certainly, if we just apply the Elliott wave rules as they are, this would be the most likely target area here for Harmony 1, in this area between 26 cents and 33 cents, okay? And if we take a look at the indicators, oh, by the way, before I forget, key support levels, of course, are now 26 cents. So we've moved above that. 26 is a key support. It's the 0.5 fib level. And then just need to apply the fibs again and tell you the key support levels that we have on the chart before we take a quick look at the indicators. And then we have, after 26, we've got 22 cents and 18.2 cents. Yeah, these are the next fib levels to the downside, the support levels. And what I want to mention is, what do I expect this year? So certainly at least the 1.618 extension, which is at 58 cents. But I think we can expect more for Harmony 1 due to the growth of the ecosystem. And also it's sort of trending crypto, I think. We've got here 71 cents, the 200%, and 91 cents. And to be honest, maybe we even see $1 for Harmony One this year. And from now, this only seems to be a 4x only, yeah. But I think if we really move down into this area, you could nearly see this year, if you grab it then at 10 cents, which seems unlikely now. Of course it does, as always when we are in a move up, but this is when many people get too bullish. If we really drop down, and you don't forget we did that for XRP, for example, we moved into this fib level area. Yeah, if someone is able to grab it at 10 cents, then we find $1 that can do a 10x this year. That would be amazing for crypto with that market cap. Overall then, looking at the indicators on the daily here, we can see that Harmony One is currently turning around on the MACD, indicating that we could really see that price drop that I talked about. So we can see this is nearly doing a bearish crossover. It could just be stopped in time here for now, but I think it's going that way. We just need to see. Obviously it's turning around to the upside again, but it's still a warning sign here, so we need to keep an eye on it. We are back on the RSI on the daily here in the bullish range. Let's take a look on the weekly, because on the weekly we had, which is actually more relevant, on the weekly we had here this bearish crossover, and we are quite high with the RSI on the weekly, so we could really drop quite hard, as we did last time when we had a bearish cross on the weekly MACD here in May, yeah, and this time we are even higher, so that could indicate a further drop. Also here the RSI on the weekly is starting to turn around, but it's too early to say, is it going to continue to fall? If it's going to continue to fall and losing the 50 line, then this could drop quite far. But even in that massive correction that we had back earlier in the year, we didn't fall below the 50 line, but this time we start the correction much lower, okay? Last time we were massively overbought on the weekly RSI, big warning sign. I would never go in when something's overbought on the weekly RSI, or very, very rarely. But yeah, this time we are not. But I think we are, based on that wave count and what other cryptos are doing, I think we are starting this. We're going to start this correction down soon, but it would be expected to first move up a little bit more before we then move down. And let's see if that's going to play out. And from there on, then we can bring these indicators, they need to be low to really bring it to a new all-time high. I don't think, honestly, if we have here a weekly RSI on this level at around 60, it's just so hard to make a $1 Harmony One, right? You want to bring them down first before you can do it. All right, that's my view on Harmony One. Hope you liked it. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And if you want to join the community, please consider joining as a channel member on my website, link in the description, or on YouTube. You can also join as channel member with access to live chat and live streams. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.